Hello and welcome back to another Warcraft video. Now this one is going to be on the new Siege of Orgrimmar Heirloom items. These items drop from the Siege of Orgrimmar, from Garrosh in fact, and they are in Flex, Normal and Heroic difficulty, not in LFR, which I think is okay because it does give an additional reward to people who are willing to go the extra mile to put in the effort to do, air quotes, proper raiding. So, let's start off with the axes. Now this first one is called Hellscream's Cleaver. And I actually think it looks really good. It looks really hoardy. It looks painful. Holy crap, you get hit by that thing, you're getting stabbed in like 50 million places at once. So, yes, indeed, I think this is a very nice model. I like the sort of horde symbols and stuff around the place. And I just think it has a really good cohesive theme. It feels orcish. It feels like a horde weapon. And that takes us on to Hellscream's Decapitator. This is the second, and it's the two-handed axe. I think this thing looks pretty damn awesome as well. I love the skull that's in the middle. I like how actually the blade of the axe actually does look like a blade. I think in some pieces of Blizzard armor and weapons, blades and stuff, they end up not really looking like metal. This looks like metal. It looks like it was, you know, wrought from iron or steel to kill something, and I really think that looks good, and it really does suit the orc, especially that big old skull. Ah, cool armor. Cool armor indeed. Now next up we have Hellscream's Warmace, and I actually don't think this looks very good. It just, I don't know, it just looks sort of resoundingly forgettable and meh and boring to me, unfortunately. Maces, I don't know, are they really the most popular of weapon types? So I suppose it doesn't really matter that much. Now moving on, we have swords. This first one is the Hellscream's Doomblade. And honestly, I'm not really feeling it here. The whole thing's red, and I don't like that. I think it would perhaps look better if the sort of the pommel and the hilt and all that was red, and the actual blade was steel, or, you know, it looks a bit cooler. This one, however, I just think it looks a little bit dumb, if I'm honest. It looks like a clown weapon, and that's unfortunate. Now the next weapon is Hellscream's Razor. It's a dagger. I think it's a dagger. Yes, it is a dagger, of course. Do my eyes deceive me? And I actually think this is a very cool dagger. Now if you can see, first of all, it's got the main blade, but it has these two little blades at the side, little stabby dudes, and I think they look really, really cool. And I like how the blade of this weapon is a blade. It actually looks like a functional weapon, while still having this really cool horde aesthetic effect. So yes, this weapon does gets a win for me. I know some of these aren't the most flashy, but for people who just want armor that looks functional and real, I think that's really good. Now next up we have Hellscream's Pig Sticker. For sticking pigs, it's basically a big spear, triple-headed spear. They're not really like a trident, more of a, I don't know, it's like 3 points of a star, of a three-pointed star. That analogy makes no sense. Moving on, it looks very cool. It's got lots of red, lots of sort of hordish vibes. It really does feel nice like vanilla WoW, and I suppose it is either a vanilla WoW model, or close to a vanilla WoW model, or you know, in that style at least. So yeah, I think this looks really nice. I'm not really too sure who uses spears and like polearms and stuff at the minute, but whatever. I think it looks cool. Although there will be some transmog. I think it's polearms to two-handed weapons can be transmogged. I think that'll be really nice. Next up we have Hellscream's Warstaff. Now the footage of this might make you a little bit dizzy and sick. It certainly did the same to me, and I think this is pretty cool. Another thing I will say is that the jittering on the model, I don't think that's final. But this looks awesome. It looks like an evil orc sort of deal. It would have been nicer for it to be a bit more high-res, but at the end of the day, I think it looks nice. The actual head of the staff, I suppose that's what you call it. It is quite literally the head of a goat. I think that's really cool. I like the big sort of shiny bit at the end. Looks like it's got kind of like a hand in the back. I think that's nice. So yeah, this weapon also gets my seal of approval. Now the two shields are Hellscream's Barrier and Hellscream's Shield Wall. These look the exact same. They're pretty much a basic horde shield, but I actually think that they look really nice. They really show off the horde sort of symbol thingy. And yeah, simple, works well. I think it's a really nice piece of armor. Next up we have Hellscream's Tome of Destruction. This is just a book, but it's a book with the big horde symbol on it, and I think it looks very, very cool indeed. Of course, it's a book. It's not really going to be the most amazing of things, but especially if you're making like a horde-themed transmog, I think something like that will be really nice for your caster, or whatever uses it. And finally, we have Hellscream's Warbow. Now, I play as a hunter main, and I actually think that, well, being a Draenei wouldn't look good in my character, but on an orc character, I can really see this bow working. I like the sort of the colours of it, the red feel. I really like how the front of it is almost armoured, as if it was meant to armour or protect from arrow fire or something. So I think that's definitely really nice. So Hellscream's Warbow also gets my seal of approval. Now, these are currently heirloom quality items. Now, they're listed at level 90, it being item level 574, however, Blizzard did say that wasn't final, and I'm pretty sure it'll be toned down. However, I would like it if these were proportionately, since they are heirloom, stronger than the other heirloom gears or items, because you do have to put in the raiding effort to get them. However, I think this is a really nice change. It's a really nice extra bit of, loot that people can get from LFR, or from raiding, and it means that the raiders get something to help them level, which I think is very cool as well. So it'll be really interesting to see what you guys think about this. Please leave some of your thoughts in the description, and we can have a chat in the comments. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.